Happy wedding anniversary, Manoj and Madhu. Happy 17th wedding anniversary, Dad here. So I'm taking it down the memory lane. This was the invitation, a letter I sent along with the invitation. MB Extra 20 Giriappa Road. Friendship is the only cement that will ever hold the world together. Thomas Woodrow Wilson. So this is a message, a personal letter I sent to all the friends. So let us see the card. We are followers of Lord Shiva and Muruga, Lord Muruga, Velum Mailum Tunai, Dr. Mrs. Jayalakshmi, MB Nirmal. Both of your names are there. The date, Wednesday, the 8th June 2005, between 6 a.m. to 7:30 a.m., Vijaya Seshamagal. So it is there in Vadapayani. Marriages are made in heaven. This is a good old adage. So this video is dedicated to my good friend, very wonderful person, Murugavil Janikalam. Marriages are made in heaven is a proverb. Marriages are now made in Tamil matrimony and Bharat matrimony, thanks to J. Murugavil, one of this wonderful organization. May God bless him and his enterprises. Nirmals. Actually, I sent along with the invitation this card, thanking him, because I know that how he does this matrimony, so much devotion and goodwill. He has a divine blessing. Naturally, those who get married through Bharat matrimony and Tamil matrimony also lead a happy life. So he himself attended the marriage. You can see the bridegroom, myself, my Samandis, is there with his child, wife. So good of him. Manoj's marriage with Madhu was felt as if heaven had dawned on earth, as it encompassed the following. Why? What are the things it encompassed? Marriage means normally, bride and bridegroom, the muhurtam, reception and all, but something is beyond. Handicrafts, eco-friendly marriage, humane marriage. All the three were there. Let us see. This was well documented by the media, a number of media, but we have chosen only two here. Able, differently abled, and humane marriage. So handicrafts by handicapped, the spark. Whatever we do, there must be a spark. So once I was invited by differently abled people who are good artists, sculptors, painters. They had an exhibition, Chetpet. They asked me to inaugurate because I've been supporting the cause of differently abled Udum Karam. I'm patron for last 28 years. Darshini was founded by Exnora, who read and scribe for the visually challenged and number of things. So when they called, I happily accepted. I cut the ribbon and also bought an artwork for ₹1,000 and came back. In the evening, I called them and asked them, how did it go? Because I want to check my Kairasi. They said actually they were minus some 6,000. They said after all expenses, there my including 1,000 rupees I paid. The sales, was very less and very sad, and the project flopped. So this really, made me to think, because even my handwriting is not, legible. And these people are gifted with something extraordinary arts. And instead of making crowd go there, why don't I take them where the crowd is there already? It's called inversion technique. Do the opposite. So I was looking for an opportunity where the crowd will gather. Nothing could match, my own son's marriage. So my son's marriage too. You saw the invitation. That marriage, Vijay Seshamagal, very expansive hall. One side, we had this exhibition, the artifacts. So Ability India Cross Disability Magazine made a cover story on this. Wedding bells, crafted spells. So this is what the spotlight is covered. So I just go through this article because it's more important than anything else, because it's not the routine marriage. When would you normally invite for a wedding? This is what Mrs. Geeta Padmanabhan wrote the article. I'm reading it. When would you normally invite for a wedding? Relatives will not let you forget it. If forget them. VIPs will contribute impressive photographs for the album. Businesses will contribute the checks towards wedding expenses. Friends, especially those who do the grand work, putting tambalan packets, gifts in bags while you chat with long lost relatives. If you have kind heart and good memory, people who helped you long ago, even in small capacities. I think these are the normal people. She has put it with fun and pun. So welcome to the wedding of Manoj, son of engineer founder Exnora, organization that works wonders in raising civic sensibilities. Adding to the honor roll was another list of invitees, disabled artists. They need to exhibit and sell their paintings and other items of art at the wedding hall. A completely furnished square was allotted to each of the disabled artisans. Nirmal card carried the customary information on the Muhurtam dinner and concert which you had and friends. Attached to the invitation was a sheet of printed paper that talked of the value of friendship and need to nurture it. It told about the decision to break new ground in wedding customs and the reason why his effort should be supported. That was about the exhibition cum stall selling the artifacts of by differently abled in the marriage hall itself. The differently abled artists will demonstrate their skills live, simultaneously selling their art products to the marriage invitees and guests. So we had two rows of shops. One of the two rows shops were differently abled in the Vijay Sheshi Magal Hall. The artist will get contact said his note that came with the card. The important is, the artists have talent, but already they are differently abled. How they can go and sell. So this for people like us should to do that. It will be a tremendous source of inspiration for others. People attending the wedding get sensitized. They see artists without hands paint beautifully by holding the brush in their mouth with their feet or lying down. That's what she wrote. In fact, it so happens. One of my close kitten woman said that a child was watching this and told that mom, hereafter I will not bother you. So that's a kind of inspiration caught, not taught. We'll go to the next para. This will set a trend of for others to do something similar. They might think of promoting of sales of artifacts, display of products in their premises. So this one is even in a company, the reception hall they can sell it. After all, where there is a will, there is way. If you have space in the heart, there is always space in your building. There are a number of charitable clubs like Rotary Lions, Roundtable JCs, and Indian Red Cross in the city. What a turning point would it be if every member of these clubs did something similar? This is what she wrote, and again, I want to take this up. It appealed to all the Rotarians, Lions, Tablers, and JCs, and all the friends and other service-minded people. With the marriage, which suppose you're not married or you're going to have marriage of your children, follow this pattern which I'm sharing with you. You can always contact me. My contact address will be shared at the end. Please contact, and we'll guide you how you can do this. So before that, we had a band by, we were received by Guild of Service Children, a band differently abled. It's really great. If you only look at the music, you will be wonderstruck. And the article, I continue the article of Ability magazine. The stalls are awash of brightly colored batik paints and kurtas, tops, wall hangings, and cushion covers. On display were reverse glass paintings, gift articles, liquid candles, and handmade paper holders, all made by differently abled. Many of the wedding guests were thrilled to come to face the artists who had drawn pictures of the deities they were worshipping at home. Crowds of guests were seen admiring the handiwork at the stalls. So Nirmal came to the stall from time to time to find out the artists were comfortable, if they had joined the wedding feast, if they needed anything. Actually, these people were there the previous day evening. So 4 times we fed them happily. We dined with them, and myself and the bride Madhu and bridegroom Manoj were chatting with Geeta Padmanabhan, the other. Let us all salute her. Here was a wedding that was set a precedent. Nirmal says the idea has been received very well by many young people in Chennai. MB Nirmal, may his tribe increase. Geeta Padmanabhan. This picture is our latest picture. She is a wonderful, great woman from a great family. She is also a mother-in-law of Mr. Lakshminan of Cognizant Technology. Eco-friendly message. So we go to the next point. The first is helping differently abled, and everything as a human, it concerns humanity, human marriage. So Deccan Chronicle covered at the top of their headline today's tab, eco-friendly wedding. They had a tab on the eco-friendly wedding. You can see the bride and bridegroom photo there. So what do you mean by the eco-friendly marriage? The ingredients I'm going to share with you. The reason is we have entered the planet has entered the climate change age. To give you a shocking information, disaster age. This is happening every day. Somewhere the world is happening in different forms. Maybe earthquakes, landslides, forest fire, number of things. I don't know the list because it's a very auspicious marriage. I don't know. But to stop this acceleration of climate change, we need to do many things. We should not do many things. But we don't do the things we should do, and we are doing the things we should not do. Both ways are wrong. So now the marriages, what we did was waste minimization. So we minimized the waste. The food not served, according to the, it was not just dumped on the leaf. Source waste management, both solid, liquid waste management, air pollution prevention, plastic pollution prevention, noise pollution prevention, light pollution prevention. Light also, it should be pleasant. It should not over-illuminate. Minimizing carbon footprints. I think the first 6 points itself done enough to reduce the carbon footprint. But we created a new word called oxygen footprints. How? We gave sapling to every guest who came and told him to plant, and we even helped planting a tree. So whatever the marriage carbon footprint created, it was adequately more than compensated. 5 grades of food hygiene. And if you go to marriages and see how they wash their cups, plates, will not eat. So these 5 grades of food hygiene, Exnora has got 5 grades of hygiene Exnora. We give to hotels and the cooks, the marriage. We go and supervise, they do it well. And because, this is the age of corona and disease, so hygiene is important. We call it hygiene, my gene. Deccan Chronicle, Thursday, 9 June 2005, an eco-friendly humane wedding by Ruchira Hoon. Subsequently, she turned to be a master chef. The Hoon family in Chennai are all known to me very well. How eco-friendly are you? Ask MB Nirmal the same, and his answer will dazzle you. His answer will dazzle you. This is an article I am reading from Deccan Chronicle. Not only is his approach to life extremely green, but he believes too in teaching everyone around him the same. The biggest example has been his son's eco-friendly wedding. The wedding title, Enviro-friendly marriage, used only products that could be recycled and were biodegradable. The cloth was used for the pandi instead of plastic. Banana leaves for sapadu, which are fed to the cows, the leaves, subsequently, after they are used, and only fresh flowers are used for decoration. I think this itself, we have prevented a plastic pollution prevention. And we'll go further. So she said this is our own marriage hall. Here you can see the food is served on the leaves and the what you call cloth spread and the banana leaves. And what happened was these leaves, Exnora has got zero waste centers where we feed male cows and dry cows, and the animals give cow dung, which we prepare biogas. So the leaf waste, so much. 1,500 people 3 times see the quantity of the leaf waste which was taken there. Next was the flower decoration, all natural flower. This also after the marriage, we saw that it goes to our composting, extra zero waste center for composting. Okay, the food was cooked in biogas and the excess was distributed to an orphanage. In any marriage, normally the food waste occurs, number one, on the leaf of people. So we told the cooks, our famous SVS, we told them that our Astana cook, they prepares food so nicely and delicious, but not harmful to your health. We told him that, and he does it. Don't overfeed people, give what they need. So it takes a little time, but they did that. And however, the food will, we prepare food for 2,000, 1,500 eat. What will you do for the remaining food, 500 excess food? Normally people, what they do, they dump it in the gutters. But we, that you're going to see what we did with that. This all sent to orphanages. The guests were all, and not only for this marriage, we had done a number of marriages. The guests were all encouraged to recycle the PET bottles that they were using at the wedding. Here, the PET bottles are taken to Exnora Recycling Center. Even the tambalam was distributed in cloth bags to protect the environment. I think this is the article of Deccan Chronicle. The food was cooked in biogas. The excess was distributed in orphanage. So Exnora got food bridge. Exnora food bridge is called. So in the food bridge, what we do in the food, excess food in hostels, hotels, and marriage halls. One side there's excess food and being dumped in the gutters and dustbins. Other side starving stomachs. So you need only a simple thing, a matching mechanism, food bridge. So that's what we did it, and Sandurpari will take it a bigger right. I'm very sure. PET bottle waste went to Exnora PET bottle recycling unit. You are seeing it. The PET bottle, the problem with PET bottle is that, say Tamil proverb, Sundakai kalpanam, sumukuri mukapanam. So, they discard PET bottle because it's not economical to carry in a truck. So, if you crush it and make them as chips, the machine breaks it and makes them chips. So, you can take 5 times more in a truck. So, it becomes very economical. I said Sundakai kalpanam, sumukuli. So Sumukuli also kalpanam. That's all. That's what we did. And the food left over all taken to our Exnora Zero Waste Center. We had number of centers in Chennai. One of them it went. And tambulam was distributed in jute bags to protect environment. And zero garbage was my motive was. I mean, I'm continuing the Deccan article. I believe that plastic and thermocol are very harmful. So far, the wedding we have used only biodegradable products, says Nirmal. The engineers planted saplings to promote eco-friendly idea of the father or the groom. That's my idea. So what we have done, number of marriages. The marriage is a ritual called Pandakal. Actually, the relatives all will erect a dead wood stick. Here, so far many marriages, we go and see that bride and bridegroom. After this, the boy ties the Mangalasut, this tali. Immediately they go and plant a tree outside the marriage hall. The first of its kind, trend-setting wedding had more than just one unique feature. I am continuing the Deccan Chronicle article. The exhibition of handicrafts made by disabled people was on display in the Kalyana Mandapam. Organizations such as Ability, Guild of Services, Banyan, etc. presented their talent, says Nirmal, who is also the chairman of Exnora. Not many people come to such exhibition. So I think the motive is clear. People don't go to this exhibition. So let's have the exhibition where the people come. So I given that small spark to you. People come for temple festival, many things. They gather for anything and everything. Everywhere we should have this. Today is the age of online shopping. Even traders, regular traders, many are suffering due to online shopping. Imagine the plight of our differently abled children who are gifted with some talents. So we should encourage it. So my humble appeal to all of you is a perfect opportunity to show the people what they were missing. So people are like, it's all very good. I want to say a pun. One of my, lady known to me, says she she has a shopping addiction. She always spends at least 1 or 2 hours to go and do shopping. The moment she came, she shouted, "Oh, here also I can do shopping." Okay, so it's a win-win for everybody. Okay, let us proceed further. Over 1,500 people attended the wedding, and each guest left the Kalyana Mandapam with a sapling in hand, along with the fact that one can go green even at weddings. So this is what Deccan Chronicle wrote. Now I am going to tell about something about zero waste management. You can practice at home. Exnora slogan is all good things begin with me in my home. So please do it. Zero in and zero waste. These are slogans we coined. Waste is not waste until it's wasted. It's not waste management, it's wealth management. Waste is a misplaced resource and unrecognized wealth. Waste, not waste. It's not waste management, resource management. Recycling is waiting for your waste, which are raw materials for them. Waste is best managed when not generated. Don't transfer waste, but transform waste. Don't relocate waste, but reallocate waste according to its recycling destination. I think if you follow even one of these quotes, slogans, we'll have solve the waste management problem. So Exnora has got a number of concepts, 3-tier, solid waste management, so on. So source solid waste management means everybody born in the world, whether in the office or home, school or college, even the shop, wherever. Well, managed waste must be managed at source. Then decentralized. What could not be managed there, what who cannot manage is decentralized. Then only finally centralized solid waste management. So we practice source solid waste management in the marriage hall, and what we could not manage there went to a zero waste center for decentralized solid waste management. So I explained a concept. Everywhere in any place, the waste first must be managed at source. Source where it's generated should be managed. So source solid in the marriage hall, the source of waste generation. So Mr. Session inaugurated the handicrafts exhibition. The Deccan Chronicle says I'm the background below the newlyweds. So Mr. Session also came. Unfortunately, we missed them. Zero garbage. That was my motive. I believe plastic and thermal are very harmful. The wedding we are used only bio products. The bride and bridegroom, you see that. So this article, and there is a one full page by Deccan Chronicle. The article came in the supplement. And session, TN session, session means a person who proved elections can be conducted honestly. He came and he inaugurated this, and of course, bride and bridegroom then followed. They purchased, both of them. They purchased. And one more thing, I forgot to say, many people forget to buy gift for the couple. So we purposely made the access to the podium, where the stage dais where the bride and bridegroom were there, via this exhibition. So many of them who forgot, they bought it here itself. So it's a win-win for the seller, buyer, and of course the bride and bridegroom. So you're seeing the exhibition, and so nice, and counters. I'm talking a chat with Geeta Padmanabhan, Manoj, bride and bridegroom are there, the wedding morning. The evening, Unni Krishnan, my favorite singer, I know him from childhood, and we are there. Samruddha Kumar, my close friend, standing next to me. I'm making some announcement. And the important thing here, we purposely kept Unni Krishnan, the melody, of his voice, and it's not, marriage and all, people make a lot of noise, they dance, they can dance, everything is okay. But it should be very simplicity, sensibility, we call it. Okay, we go next. Voice against noise. We have an organization. A volunteer came. He kept a decibel scale meter. He measured the decibel, and wherever it increased, he reduced the volume. So there is no noise pollution. Okay, we'll go to the next one. This photo. So Muhurtam. So we go to Muhurtam, bride and bridegroom. I think it's all I pass on. It's all routine. They're cheerful. So I want to say one more thing. I'm a self-designated wordsmith. So don't call daughter-in-law, father-in-law, and all. Your daughter, whom you brought up, gets married, goes and lives in another family. Somebody's daughter, brought up by somebody, she comes and lives in your family. So the one who comes to you is not daughter-in-law and mother-in-law, father-in-law. That's why they always go to court. So the daughter who came to us, trusting us, we should call her lovely daughter. So Madhu, not only by lovely daughter, what I call, but she was really a lovely daughter, letter and spirit. This is the bride. So the evening reception, you are seeing them. Is all all and both sambandhis, both the bride and bridegroom parents,